Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon private sector to increase investment in various sectors for the country's progress. Defence Ministry signs contracts for procurement of indigenously developed 70 basic trainer aircraft and 3 cadet training ships costing 9,900 crore rupees. Dr. Manik Saha to take oath as Chief Minister of Tripura tomorrow. Conrad K Sangma sworn in as CM of Meghalaya and Neiphiu as Nagaland Chief Minister. Government sets a target to increase number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras to 10,000 by the year end. And in Women's Premier League match between Delhi Capitals and UP Warriorz underway at Navi Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called upon the private sector to increase their investment just like the government so that the country gets maximum benefit from it. He was addressing a post-budget webinar on enhancing efficiency of the financial services for creating growth opportunities. Touching upon the massive increase in the capital expenditure outlay in the budget to the tune of 10 lakh crore rupees and dynamism induced by PM Gati Shakti master plan, he emphasized the need to support the private sector that is working for the progress of the different geographical areas and economic sectors.
पीएम गति शक्ति की वजह से प्रोजेक्ट की प्लानिंग और उसे लागू करने में अभूतपूर्व तेजी आ गई है. हमें अलग अलग ज्योग्राफिकल एरियाज और इकोनॉमिक सेक्टर्स के प्रगति के लिए काम करने वाले प्राइवेट सेक्टर को भी ज्यादा से ज्यादा सपोर्ट करना होगा. मैं आज देश के प्राइवेट सेक्टर से भी आह्वान करूंगा कि सरकार की तरह ही वो भी अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ाएं ताकि देश को इसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाभ हो.
The Prime Minister said vocal for local is not a matter of choice but a national responsibility along with the vision of self-reliance. He said that vocal for local is bigger than just buying products from the Indian cottage industry, saying there is a need to identify the areas where one can save money by building capacity in India itself. In this direction, Mr. Modi gave examples of higher education and edible oil on which a lot of money is spent.
हायर एजुकेशन के नाम पर हर साल देश का हजारों करोड़ रुपए बाहर जाता है. क्या इसे भारत में ही एजुकेशन सेक्टर में निवेश करके कम नहीं किया जा सकता? एडिबल ऑयल मंगाने के लिए भी हम हजारों करोड़ रुपए बाहर भेजते हैं. क्या हम इस क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बन सकते हैं? ऐसे सभी सवालों का उत्तर आप जैसे अनुभवी फाइनेंशियल वर्ल्ड के लोग सटीक उत्तर दे सकते हैं, रास्ता सुझा सकते हैं.
The Defence Ministry today signed contracts with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) and Larsen & Toubro Limited (LNT) for procurement of 70 HTT-40 basic trainer aircraft and 3 cadet training ships. The contracts were signed in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in New Delhi. Recently, the government had approved the procurement of 70 HTT-40 trainer aircraft from HAL at a cost of over 6,800 crore rupees. The government had also signed a contract with LNT for acquisition of 3 cadet training ships worth more than 3,100 crore rupees. HTT-40 trainer aircraft will meet the shortage of basic trainer aircraft of the Indian Air Force for training of newly inducted pilots. The aircraft will be supplied over a period of 6 years. Cadet training ships will cater to the training of Navy officer cadets. The ships will be indigenously designed, developed and constructed at LNT shipyard in Kattupalli, Chennai. The project will generate an employment of 22.5 lakh man-days over a period of 4.5 years. In Tripura, the stage is set for the swearing-in ceremony of senior BJP leader Dr. Manik Saha as the new Chief Minister tomorrow. More from our Agartala correspondent.
Hectic preparations are underway at the Swami Vivekananda ground in Agartala, where the oath-taking ceremony of Dr. Manik Saha as the Chief Minister of State will take place. Apart from Dr. Saha, it is expected that a number of Council of Ministers will also be sworn in tomorrow. The grand function will take place in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP Chief JP Nadda, several union ministers, chief ministers from the northeastern states, and people from various walks of life. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Agartala.
In Meghalaya, Conrad K Sangma was sworn in as the Chief Minister for the second consecutive term today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Manik Saha, BJP President JP Nadda and other BJP senior leaders attended the swearing-in ceremony in Shillong. Governor Phagu Chauhan administered the oath of office in secrecy to Mr. Sangma. Preston Thinsong and Sneo Bhalang Dhar took oaths as the Deputy Chief Ministers. Alexander Lalu Hek, Dr. Amparen Lingdo, Paul Lingdo and Komingon Imbon took oath as ministers in the 12-member new NPP-led government. This is the second time that the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance has come to power after the NPP garnered the support of BJP, UDP, PDF, HSPDP and a few independents. NDPP leader Neiphiu took oath as the Chief Minister of Nagaland for the fifth term in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mr. Rio was administered the oath of office by Governor of Nagaland La Ganeshan at the Capital Cultural Hall in Kohima today. T.R. Zeliang of NDPP and Y. Patton of BJP took oath as Deputy Chief Ministers. This is the first time that Nagaland will have two Deputy Chief Ministers. Other ministers also took oath. The NDPP-BJP alliance won a thumping majority of 37 seats in the 60 assembly constituencies. This is the second consecutive term for the NDPP-BJP alliance in Nagaland. President Draupadi Murmu has appointed AAP MLAs Atishi Marlena and Saurabh Bharadwaj as new ministers in the Delhi government on the advice of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Their appointment came after the resignations of former cabinet ministers Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain on charges of corruption. The President has also accepted their resignations. The first meeting of the India-Central Asia Joint Working Group on Afghanistan was held in New Delhi today. It was attended by the special envoys and senior officials of India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. During the meeting, discussions were held on the current situation in Afghanistan, including the political, security and humanitarian situation, while emphasizing the respect for sovereignty, unity, territorial integrity and non-interference in its internal affairs. All the participants reiterated their support for a peaceful, secure and stable Afghanistan. Participants also discussed regional threats of terrorism, extremism, radicalization and drug trafficking and deliberated on the possibilities to coordinate efforts to counter these threats. They emphasized that the territory of Afghanistan should not be used for sheltering, training, planning or financing any terrorist acts. The participants agreed to continue to provide humanitarian assistance to the Afghan people. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The government today said more than 9,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras have been opened across the country so far to make health facilities accessible to all people. Addressing a gathering on the Jan Aushadhi Divas 2023 in Delhi today, Union Minister for Employment and Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav, said the public is getting relief from the burden of expensive medicines. The availability of sanitary pads at cheap rates is also being ensured at these Kendras. Mr. Yadav informed that the government is working to increase the number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras to 10,000 by the end of the year. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavya and Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai inaugurated the Namo Free Dialysis Centre and unveiled the 100th Jan Aushadhi Kendra in Bengaluru today. The dialysis centre has been set up under the MP-led fund of Bengaluru South MP Tejaswi Surya at the KSRTC Hospital in Jayanagar, Bengaluru. Speaking on the occasion, Union Health Minister said Jan Aushadhi Kendras have helped the poor to buy medicines at nominal rates. A cancer medicine priced at 1,000 rupees in the open market is available for 200 rupees in Jan Aushadhi Kendras. He informed that according to a study conducted by IIM, 15,000 people visit such Kendras every day. He called upon youths to come forward to open the Kendras, saying further that a simple procedure has been introduced to open such a Kendra. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur today said patients have saved more than 20,000 crore rupees so far through Jan Aushadhi Kendras. Speaking at a program organized on the occasion of 5th Jan Aushadhi Day at Government Medical College in Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh, The minister said Jan Aushadhi Kendras have established themselves as self-employment centres. Mr. Thakur also participated in the closing ceremony of assembly-level competitions of MP Khel Mahakumbh in Hamirpur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed happiness over the achievements of Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said this scheme allays the worries of crores of people of the country regarding the cost of treatment, but has also made their lives easier. In a series of tweets on the 5th Jan Aushadhi Divas, Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia said the scheme has made a direct positive impact on the lives of common people. He said more than 12 lakh citizens are buying medicines from Jan Aushadhi Kendras, and the medicines are available 50 to 90% cheaper than the market price. Moving on, President Draupadi Murmu today said that women are playing leading and significant roles in all spheres, and they are setting unprecedented records. In her message on the eve of International Women's Day, President Murmu said the women are awakened and are holding leadership positions in many areas. The President said the nation is committed to empowering its daughters through quality education so that they can realize their full potential. On the occasion of Holi tomorrow, Delhi metro services will not be available till 2:30 p.m. on all lines, including Rapid Metro and Airport Express line. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation in a statement said metro train services will start at 2:30 p.m. from terminal stations on all lines and will continue normally thereafter. Metro feeder bus services will also resume after 2:30 p.m. 13 photographers, including senior photojournalist Shipra Das, have been conferred with National Photography Awards in various categories. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan today gave away the awards in the presence of Secretary Information and Broadcasting Apurva Chandra at the 8th National Photography Awards function in New Delhi. Photojournalist Shipra Das has been honoured with Lifetime Achievement Award. In Bangladesh, at least 4 people were killed and close to 100 people injured in an explosion in a multi-story building in Gulistan area of Dhaka today. 2 floors of the building collapsed under the impact of the explosion. The reason for the explosion is still not known. It comes 2 days after an explosion in the science lab area of Old Dhaka on Sunday. According to the police, the explosion was caused by a cylinder blast in the building. The United Nations today said damage from the catastrophic earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria last month has been estimated at over $100 billion for Turkey alone. The United Nations Development Programme, Turkey resident representative Louisa Vinton, further explained that recovery costs are yet to be added to that. Ms. Vinton was talking to reporters virtually from Gaziantep in Turkey. She said once completed, this estimate will be the basis for a recovery and reconstruction donor conference in Brussels next week. The 7.8 magnitude quake which struck Turkey and Syria in early February claimed over 50,000 lives. UN officials labelled the catastrophe as one of the worst events in 100 years in that region. In France, trade unions today stepped up their fight against President Emmanuel Macron over controversial pension reform as most trains came to a halt, fuel deliveries were disrupted, and schools shut on the 6th day of nationwide strikes. The reform would push back the retirement age for millions in the country. In Women's Premier League, Delhi Capitals were 171 for 4 in 17.5 overs against UP Warriors at Dr. D.Y. Patil Sports Academy, Navi Mumbai, when reports last came in. Earlier, UP Warriors won the toss and opted to bowl. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon private sector to increase investment in various sectors for the country's progress. Defence Ministry signs contracts for procurement of indigenously developed 70 basic trainer aircraft and 3 cadet training ships costing 9,900 crore rupees. Dr. Manik Saha to take oath as Chief Minister of Tripura tomorrow. Conrad K Sangma sworn in as CM of Meghalaya and Neiphiu as Nagaland Chief Minister. Government sets a target to increase number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras to 10,000 by the year end. And in Women's Premier League, match between Delhi Capitals and UP Warriors underway at Navi Mumbai. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.